Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the Crypto Cowboy. It's about 10 o'clock here, Chicago time, in the 12th of August on a Monday. Just doing a Bitcoin video review here. So I think I've posted a couple of messages in the Telegram room about what I think is going on here in Bitcoin. And there are several scenarios we can kind of run through it and just explain and see what the possibilities are here. So we're still correcting, right? It's nothing, there's no signs of anything very impulsive. You don't see a lot of buying coming into this market, nor a lot of selling. So we were looking for a little while this triangle, and we had this expectation that it was going to move up and try to make the leg up before we were going to do the selling. I think we've talked about it, but then I think in one of the videos and in the posts, we said, okay, this is how the market can trick you and say, this triangle is not going to break up and it's going to break down. And that's exactly how that works when you, instead of this W here being a leg A, it's actually a different leg. It's either an A of an ABC or it's a W of a WXY. So I still think something corrective is happening up here, and we should resume higher once this is done. Now, will this, 100% happen? No. And, obviously that's why we're here to take a look and analyze different possibilities, right? So in this one, for example, if I go to a 6-hour chart, we have this as a WXI. So basically this is that flat scenario that we've talked about before, right? This kind of here, where you have this wave 3 up and then you have this ABC pull back in 4, and now we're working some kind of a wave move up into this 5th wave, whatever this is. Now, just on this one here, I've labeled this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's extremely pushy, because I don't think this wave can be a 4 compared with this. You would have to correct much lower, and at that time, we will come below the origin of wave 1. But I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it, but I don't think this is, what's going on. Now, this is, if you go back here, this is probably a 1, 2, 1, 2, just like I've shown into this count back here, right, with the WXY. So you have 3, 4, and then you have 1, 2, and then just, if we want to hold to this bullish view, then this would have to be 1, 2, 1, 2 green to complete this move up, 3, 4, and 5 of that larger structure into the 5th wave up there, right? And then you have the pullback. So this would be pretty much the top of that wave 1. So, but for right now, we're focusing on this correction and see what happens down here. So basically, if you do have a 1, 2, 1, 2, that means that this 3rd wave, you would have to be extremely aggressive and very strong to the top side, right? That's what kind of follows when you have a 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's go back. So this would be, right, you have a 2nd wave here that was almost 100% of wave 1. You have the 1st wave up here as an impulse. And I think when we were talking about this was like, okay, what if this is a wave 1, 2, 3, triangle 4, and 5 to complete this green 1, and then we pull back, right? And I've said, okay, if this doesn't happen, then I have to pull this wave 1 back here, consider it complete, and now we're doing this correction in 2. So if I go back to a 3-hour, this is kind of what, makes me kind of think that we're still going to drop here, because this push from this A wave. So let's see that this was just an ABC, right? That's how I look at it, and I have it branded as that in this count, right? Where you go 3 waving up in A, triangle B, and then C. For this one, you need to have, obviously from here, you have an impulse move in 5 waves, to have a small wave 1, a pullback in 2, and then start doing 3, 4, 5 as 1, and then keep going as such. The problem with that is that what we have here is we don't have a 5-wave move to the top side, right? You only have 1, 2, and 3. So that's a 3-wave move. That's a corrective move, right? So how are you going to count this to make it look impulsive? It's impossible unless this is some kind of a expanded flat, where you go, this is 1, and this is an A, B, C in 2, and now you're going up higher. And that's what I've said into this count, where you go and you have, okay, we got to go above this 11,585 to start considering any sort of bullish intentions from the market and then the break of the top of this channel to consider we are already embarking in this third wave. So this is how I read the price action on here. Now, if I go to a 1 hour chart, right, you have a clear 3-wave move up in B, and I think we're going to do the C wave down, and the market is going to trace this in a 5-wave move. Maybe you already have one up done right here. I think then we're doing wave 2. If it's not already complete, you might go a little bit higher in a second wave and then drop sharply in 3, 4, and 5 to complete C, and then we see how the market reacts into this wave 2. If from here, for example, we start having a little bit of an impulse up, and you can start counting 5 waves here into a wave 1, then let's see what happens with the pullback in 2, and then we got to get the move back up higher. Okay, in case that doesn't happen, and we'll deal with it when we get there, but in case it doesn't happen, this is what I have. I have the bearish look, right, where I go, okay, if the market won't rally here, then we are in this triple combo scenario. I have the triple combo and the double combo still alive. So on the triple combo, you have this as WX. We're doing an ABC in Y of W, and then you're doing an X, Y, and W, another X. So what I'm trying to do here is just go and see how I can destructure this and make it into this wave Z, which has to be a zigzag. So you're going to have basically this WXY coming down, or this ABC, whatever this ends up being. For right now, I just structured it like this, but it's this is kind of the the path that I wanted to see in this move. So we're still looking for this Y wave move into the wave C. Eventually, right, all the markets is going to line up that we're going to have some kind of a correction here. So either it's going to be maybe a second wave, or it's going to be this X wave. So whatever this is, we're going to get a little bit of a bounce before we pull back here a little bit further, right, into this kind of bearish scenario. And then kind of the same for this double combo, where if I go on the 6 hour and I decompose this, you go and you have, right, WX, and then you're doing actually this larger Y wave, where you have basically an ABC 5-wave moves up in 5-wave moves down in A, you have the ABC correction in B, and now you're doing this larger C. So the market starts to kind of make this move down here. But for this one, you need 5 waves. So if I decompose it as an impulse, I'm going to need some kind of a wave 1, right, which I don't have yet. So it needs to be a 5-wave move, and that's why I don't, as much as I wanted to see here a 5-wave move, I can't force the counting giving me a wave 1 because I don't have it yet, right? This is a 3-wave move, this is a triangle, and the only 5 move that I have is this little move up here. So unless it's some kind of a leading diagonal where you go 3, but I can't have a triangle, I gotta have zigzags, right? I gotta have 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, or 3, 3, 3, 3. So I don't have that as yet. So maybe this is not even going to happen, but I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it and see how it's going to develop, right? Okay, so basically this is it. I still think we're going to correct lower. Eventually we'll be able to pull back. And then let me go back here to discount. So I think, is this the one where I have this as a second wave? So again, you can see that on this triple combo, where I still consider that we have a wave 4 in progress on a larger time frames, and we still need to move up to do this 1 of 5. We have already passed the 100% equality of this wave. I'm going to go to a 2-hour chart of this wave 2 with this wave 4. Okay, so right here you have 100%, and then you can go even to 106.18%, right? Maybe that's even better. So that would be to September 9. So another month from now of maybe a bearish price action before the markets actually start embarking itself on this leg higher. And this one I have it as this wave 3 or 4. Now you can go and have this wave 1, as I've talked about it many times, where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is complete, and we're pulling back into this second wave, which is WXY of 2, or the WXYXZ, like I have in the other one, with the exception that this is 1, and then we're doing 2. So, and the market to come back and pull, let's say, to a zone of fibs here, where you would have the C versus A 100%, 8500. You would have this Y versus W. Let me see what this is here. This is 2 versus 1. So we have the 38% pullback. You would have it at about 7800, and then 7400 would be this Y versus W. So, could be an area of attraction for the market before we embark in the larger leg going up. All right, so this is all I have for today. Let's continue to monitor this. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. It's I've played around on the weekend with the charts a little bit, and I'm looking at this discount here where I have where I'm trying to see if the market will actually develop here into a triangle, right, instead of that pullback into a second wave or into a fourth wave that actually comes lower. If we're doing some kind of a triangle here where you have 1, 2, 3, and now we're developing this fourth wave as part of 3-wave move up in A, 3-wave move up in B, 3-wave move down in C, D, and E, then we go up and make, since triangles are, they appear in the fourth wave scenarios, then you have a terminal move into the wave 5, and then we'll pull back in wave 2. So I hope I've covered and I'm pretty clear. One more thing here at the candles. I kind of like the look of this, right? So this is a pretty bullish candle. This is on a 2-week chart. I don't know if it means a whole lot for right now unless we're taking up the highs here, even the highs of this candle. Like I said, to embark in a bullish move, we would have to go above 13,200. But on a weekly chart, you have some rejections down here. So this was a bullish engulfing, so this is, pretty interesting for the bulls, right? You want to see the continuation. For right now, we wanted to go higher, but then we got rejected. If I go on a 2-day, not much up here. And that's why, this seems like a very small bull flag in here, just like I show on the smaller time frames, but I still need the market to show me that we're taking the highs of these candles here at 12,000. And on the daily candles, not much. This was pretty bearish. So that's it. That's all I got for today. I'll talk to you guys during the day, regular updates, and then we'll try to make another video tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.